Hello. I wanted to take this opportunity to read a couple quotes that I liked regarding aviation. And then I found a poem, if you like poems, about aircraft mechanics. So I read it. It's pretty good. All right, so we're going to start with my favorite quote by Leonardo da Vinci. I don't have to read this one. For once you have tasted flight, you will forever walk the earth with your eyes pointed skyward, for there you have been, and there you long to return. Henry Ford said, when everything seems to be going against you, remember that aircraft take off against the wind, not with it. If the engine is the heart of an airplane and the pilot is its soul, the mechanics are its lifeline. If you can walk away from a landing, it's a good landing. If you can use the aircraft the next day, it's an outstanding landing. The great Chuck Yeager. Amy Johnson said, I think it's a pity to lose the romantic side of flying and simply to accept it as a common means of transport. The three best things in life are a good landing, a good orgasm, and a good bowel movement. The night carrier landing is one of the few opportunities in life where you get to experience all three at the same time. I just thought that was funny. Admiral William Harris, United States Navy. Amelia Earhart, the most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. All right, so here's a poem that I randomly found on jetcareers.com, some forum. It's called Remembering the Forgotten Mechanic. Through the history of world aviation, many names have come to the fore. Great deeds of the past in our memory will last as they are joined by more and more. When man first started his labor in his quest to conquer the sky, he was designer, mechanic, and pilot, and he built a machine that would fly. But somehow the order got twisted, and then in the public's eye, the only man that could be seen was the man who knew how to fly. The pilot was everyone's hero. He was brave, he was bold, he was grand. As he stood by his battered old biplane with his goggles and helmet in hand. To be sure, these pilots all earned it. To fly, you have to have guts. And they blazed their names in the Hall of Fame on wings with baling wire struts. But for each of these flying heroes, there were thousands of little renown. And these were the men who worked on the planes but kept their feet on the ground. We all know the name of Lindbergh, and we've read of his flight of fame. But think, if you can, of his maintenance man. Can you remember his name? And think of four wartime heroes, Gabreski, Jabara, and Scott. Can you tell me the names of their crew chief? 1,000 to 1 you cannot. Now, pilots are highly trained people, and wings are not easily won. But without the work of the maintenance man, our pilots would march with a gun. So when you see mighty jet aircraft as they mark their way through the air, the grease-stained man with a wrench in his hand is the man that put him there. I can appreciate it. Keep them flying.